the whole house. You don't want to live at the top if you're the flats.
Yeah. Okay, you have to squeeze up a bit here, and also where you can, leave some space behind you for people to pass by. Now this is a problem spot, okay, for a group of this size. The only good thing is that on the exam groups you'll be much smaller. And where you stand will depend on what you're going to talk about. There are two choices here. You either talk about the terrace, in which case we'll all be reversed, or you talk about, if you can manage it, the Hope and Anchor pub on the corner. So we heard from Dave a couple of weeks ago about the Hope and Anchor. So it's about its musical past. So that's if you're interested in music, that's the thing you can talk about with enthusiasm. On the other side, so they're going to do the classic thing. I'm going to say, if you just like me walk, if you'd like to turn round, okay, and face this building. This is Compton Terrace, and Compton Terrace was the first development by the Marquises of Northampton when they realised there was money to be made from housing in this area. They allowed a developer, architect called Henri Leroux to build in this area, and his plan was for a terrace along here and Canonbury Square, which you're going to pass into next, behind. However, the poor man found himself in the middle of an economic slump, and also the Napoleonic War interrupted and caused a stop to everything like developments, and so he went bankrupt, and he didn't finish more than the terrace and planning the square. The terrace, an elegant terrace, like all the housing along here, originally laid back from the road by a green. Obviously remember that in the late 18th century when this was being planned, there were animals travelling along, thousands of them along the road here, so it had been quite a muddy, noisy performance, and so laying the terrace back from the road like this was a useful thing if you were going to attract people to come and live here. I don't know how many people they attracted to come and live here then, but it's now become a very attractive place to live in. And just checking up on what's it called? What's that site? Zoopla.
Very friendly residents. You have to wait
the house
them.
went down here for a cool 3.5 million. Was the last one 3 years ago. Heaven knows
3 years.
3 years ago.
Oh,
Heaven knows.
6 now then.
Heaven knows what it's worth out. A flats are $1 million, and a house 3.5. The very far end, there was a V1 dropped on the end there.
That's right.
Now, actually, we tell people you can't see it, you can't see anything about it, don't mention it, like I have. So just to give you the full picture of what's going on down
There
here.
is a plaque there though.
There's a plaque there, but
Yeah.
you can't see the plaque.
No.
Your
Yeah.
group can't. There's no way it's
But if you're
you can
talking
point
about
out.
what had happened here,
Yes.
you could sort of include
You could,
it, I suppose.
in passing, yeah, but not without making a big thing of it.
Yeah.
Right, so as I say, the main problem here is going to be where you stand and how you deal with your group. So group management is the thing the examiners will be looking for here. Okay? Unless you can find, you don't have to stand here, unless you can find a better place to stand down here that gets you across the road neatly without too much retracing your steps. So it's up to you how you examine that. Yes.
There's a bitumen connection to one of these.
Oh yes, there is. Yeah,
if you
that's
want
right.
to research it.
Yes, that's right. Have a look out for a bitumen connection. Bitumen's uncle lived in one of the houses along here. One of the students from a previous year actually identified which house it was and we stood outside it. But I can't remember which it is. 11 or 12, I think. But have a look up.
What was the Marquis's name? I didn't hear.
Northampton. Compton is their family name. As you remember from the Canonbury Tower story that Mary's going to tell you later.
I'll remember that you said it, as we heard earlier.
And the developer was
Henri Leroux. Okay. Right. Okay, we're off now to Canterbury Square.
So that would have been built on a 1998 roof.